I haven't made one of these in a while because I've been enjoying very much so my very human experience, taking things personal, being in love, and just reveling in the human experience, all the pain, all the sadness, all the joy, all the taking things personal, right? DNA gets altered, right? Consciousness gets altered. The trauma that we experience can literally change your personality. It does. It doesn't mean that the other personalities that you were experiencing went away. It just means you're accessing a different part. So let's conclude, shall we? When we merge science and spirituality, where are we going and what are we doing? Right? We talk about, there's all this talk, of a multidimensional experience, or what does it mean to be full of knowledge, or to have wisdom, or hey, how in the world and why in the world are we not teaching very, very basic information that is constantly, I don't know, for a lack of better words, just general, very, very, everybody should know that your brain doesn't, you're not smart, okay? Nobody is. It doesn't mean, for example, I know somebody, I don't want to say who, I'm not going to mention any names, that works for let's just I really got to be careful with this. A highly classified position, okay? And in this highly classified position, they are, well, he's not emotionless. He was born with what we describe as Asperger's or some sort of spectrum type autism, okay? And this society that we live in, right, it appears as though, especially through social media, that this is somewhat of a selfish society. And it's potentially very dangerous, but it's also very awesome. What happens when you can be super self-aware? When you become so self-aware, you can evolve. You can evolve past all of your personalities, right? You can heal all of your traumas and access the electromagnetic field, all the information that is stored in the electromagnetic field. Don't take things personal to the point that you think you're smart. You're not. Your brain does not do anything but compute the data, release chemicals, and keep you alive, okay? So based on your brain, you're not more intelligent than the next. It's how you are able to access the information. Now, if you are not flooded with bullshit emotions and negative experiences and terrible trauma, imagine how smart you are, right? Imagine how much wisdom you will hold if it's not berated with negativity, if it's not hammered with trauma. Now, imagine if you were the human that went through all of those quote-unquote terrible experiences, right? Those rough experiences. You were poor and you made it through poverty. You were abused and raped and pillaged, and yet you managed to heal. You managed to be able to access the field of unlimited information, right? Well, you could either do that because you're basically emotionally isolated, right? Feelings, quote unquote feelings. Yeah, you're not feeling, you're almost like a sociopath. But only you're not a sociopath because You're not that way because of a berating of terrible experiences. Maybe you got vaccinated and you were vaccine injured. Oh shit! Right? Or maybe, just maybe, you made it. Right? We talk about these multidimensional experiences, right? What the fuck does that mean? Well, it means you're so self-aware that you see that you're not limited to the human experience, to the human body. You can even disassociate. And what I mean by that is leave the body. Now, don't get twisted, all right? Don't get so fucking twisted with this shit, people. Anyway, I'm just trying to help. All right? So, veganism, all right? Take it fucking easy for a second. There's no way, shape, or form diet has anything to do with your evolution. I promise you. You can put anything in your body. Now, does it mean there's not a series of steps or an evolution that you can take or experience to where you will not need to murder or kill in order to live, right? But I want to tell you something. When you're experiencing that, you will not be in this body. You will have the memories of what it is to be a body. But you won't be a body. You will be the electromagnetic field. You will be pulsing. You will be traveling, but not as a human with 2 legs and 2 arms and all that shit. These multi-dimensional experiences that we think we have some sort of awareness on can only be accessed through science and spirituality. You cannot have one without the other. When you go to the ocean and you take a deep breath of the waves crashing and the ionosphere being charged, right? That charging is charging yourself. It's literally giving you the access to the information. Now, you can choose to take that personally, right? And start to play with the ego, which makes you human, which means you are limited to your 5 senses, okay? Which now, the 3-dimensional being that you're so proud of that gets to come when you have a fucking, you're literally ejaculating. Sorry to get you uncomfortable now, but listen. There's so much more to your orgasm, okay? When you take whatever it is, ayahuasca, when you take mushrooms, when you take whatever it is, my friend, you only get a glimpse into what it might be. You don't need that. Every single memory, every single experience is just out there. It's just out there all around you, constantly. And you can access it anytime. You do not need to eat anything to quote unquote feel different. You do not need to take anything to quote unquote experience a different dimension. It doesn't mean you can't cheat. Go right ahead. I'm just saying, your diet, your choices in your diet, your new supreme vegan lifestyle, I'm sorry, it's not the answer. I love you though. I really appreciate you trying. I really do. That's what is changing the world. Your effort to change, your ability to change, your emphasis on growth and evolution, spirituality, science, getting the information, absorbing it into your cells through the ionosphere, through the electromagnetic frequencies. So thank you, okay? However, when that ego pops in again and starts taking things so personal and you think you're a genius, well, what do you think's happening? Anyway, I love you. And I promise you, you are a genius. I promise you. And yes, it is okay to single things out and point the finger. It is absolutely okay. Just remind the self through your self-awareness. See the reflection in everyone. And offer. Okay? Do not force. Do not control. Do not manipulate. Do not be a victim. Do not be a sociopath. Do not be a narcissist. Do not be all of those things. Just offer your wisdom into the electromagnetic field. And my friends, I promise you, your toroidal system will grow. It has to. The bigger it is, the more you expand. The more the earth grows, the more the earth evolves, the more the universe is you. And it's okay when you're standing at the ocean doing all this stuff and a microplastic comes with a wave and lands on your forehead, right on your third eye. The way that you receive that experience could possibly dictate your entire day, your entire month, or the rest of your life. Do you get sad and say, oh, the ocean is so polluted? Or do you just sit there and wonder why that little piece of plastic left the ocean to land on your third eye? On your fucking forehead? Really? What are the odds of that? That is you, the universe, reminding you that you are everything. I love you. You are everything. Everything that is good, everything that is bad. Everything in between, but most importantly, everything outside of what you see as duality. And that rhymes, so I'm going to end on that note. I love you. Have a beautiful day.